Well, welcome back to another episode of Front Porch Friday, folks. I know it's been a minute. I tell you, this working stuff and trying to get out here and recharge and everything else. I almost wonder if my job is worth it. But when I'm able to make got money now, I ain't got time to do the things I want. So, it's a rough road some days. So, anyway, this episode is going to be talking about, I just realized the other day as I was thinking, driving down the road, I've been down to Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, back up to Missouri, right through the Memphis area, just barely touched you Tennessee people. But I was thinking, next month, middle of April to end of April, will be 3 years since I started this journey, off-grid journey. 3 years. I cannot believe it's been 3 years. Middle to end of June will be 3 years since I moved out here full time. It's crazy to think it's been 3 years. I don't know where the time went. Still a lot of things I want to do. Still a lot of things I've been, I don't know. So, but someone asked me the other day, and it was strange of how they asked it, because a lot of people say, what would you do different, or stuff like that. And someone asked me, well, what are the things you did that you think you did right? Let me think about that. So this is going on 3 years off grid. I'm going to just kind of cover some things that I wish I'd done differently, and some things I think I got right, at least for me. What I'm trying to say now. Hold that thought. Okay, what did I get right? I can't stress this enough. I don't care who you are. Just do it. Stop waiting till you have enough money. Stop waiting till you have the right time. Stop waiting till you find the perfect land for off-grid. None of that crap will rarely ever happen. You will be waiting till the day you die. Just go out there and do it. Is the best advice. Is this the perfect land? No, not really. But at the time, I wish I'd done this years earlier. But I was just so fed up with paying rent and paying utilities, and I've always had a problem paying rent. Some people love paying rent. Oh, we don't do this, we don't have to do that. Okay, that's fine. If that what turns your crank, go for it. But for me, I was always like wasting money. So, just I can't tell you. Stop looking for that perfect piece of property. This is not the perfect. Look around. There's an old abandoned house across there, and don't know who will end up owning it. And these are small lots, and I don't know who's going to end up owning stuff around me. Other day, a neighbor come down, and there's another little shed like this, maybe a little smaller than this, with a 20-foot container on it up there on 3 lots. And he bought all 3 lots, the little house or a little shed. It's just like this. It was a shed and a 20-foot container, all for $1,000. I said, you got to be joking me. One of the neighbors knew who owned it. Some guy lived 2 hours away. They I don't know if they knew. I guess they knew him. I don't know. And they got to talking, and the guy said, yeah, I want to get rid of that. I don't spend no time out there. I don't enjoy it. when I do, and he goes, I'm always out there, and he goes, I hadn't been out there in a year. He goes, I got to pay taxes. The guy had it surveyed when he bought it a couple years ago, $1,700. Had that stuff moved out there and just wanted rid of it. Well, that neighbor's talking to the other neighbor right up the road to buy that land. And he goes, yeah, give me his number. He called him. That little house and container alone would, I mean, just one of those alone would have been worth more than 1,000. He got both of them and 3 lots. So I can't stress this enough. I hear all the time, well, I'm looking for the perfect spot. Just do it. Just do it. You can always sell your spot and move to again. But if you're always looking for that perfect piece of land, like I said, or that perfect, wait till I have enough money to pay cash for everything, you're going to be waiting a long time. You probably won't get there. A lot of people died trying to before they get there. You know, it's like people who say, well, I'm going to wait till the, what's that saying? People who want to wait till the 11th hour to get saved die at 10:30. You know, there you go. I just can't tell you. Just find you a piece of property and do it. There's a little lady up there. Her, I think she only has 1 lot, which would be 75 wide, 150 long, I believe. 75 feet wide, 150 feet long. Some of these vary a little bit, but roughly that's the area she would have. She has one little prefab building like this. It was a storage building. It's probably half that size. It's probably if I had to guess, probably 10 by 14, maybe a 12 by 14. She's full timer. Enjoys it, I guess. See her outside reading her books and just messing around. You can tell she's made it her own. Just do it, people. I can't tell you. You can make excuses till the cows come home why you're not going to do it. And you can make excuses till the day you die. And so that's one of the things I think I got right. I just did it. I wish I'd done it 5 years earlier. Wish I'd done it as soon as I got divorced. There was some issues. Well, it wasn't issues. I stayed in town for my daughter so she could go to school, continue to go to the high school, the high school she was in, so she wouldn't have to move. And though she tried to move a couple times and always came back, Dad, I'm done. Living with my mom. I want to stay here. So basically, I said, okay. Sometimes we make sacrifices for our kids. So, and I don't regret it a bit. I just wish I could have picked this place up. Like I said, it's not the most ideal place, but it's my place. I wish I'd had cash in hand. I had very little money. If you go back and watch some other videos, I'll tell you how much I got into this under $2,000 cash out of hand. It was, you got land, it's so expensive. Top quality land is expensive. Crap land is expensive, but not as expensive as top quality land. If you're looking for prime farm ground to go off grid on, you might be waiting a while. You better have some good income coming in. So anyway, I can't stress that enough. Just do it. Just find you a piece of property. Either build or get you a shed. You gotta finance it. But just do it. Okay. The other thing I wish I'd done before I moved this out here, and I've said this in another video, I wish I had I wish I had prepared a pad like this crusher rock you've seen in my driveway videos. Put me down a weed barrier, put this crusher rock over, and make a pad for this shed, cabin, whatever. Because I haven't had too many. I've had 1 mouse. A couple of months after I moved in, I took care of him, and now I've got 2 more now. I take them. I hadn't had a lot of critters. I've had some insects, but it would be so much easier to work underneath it when I do need to. It'd be easier to get under and spray for termites and check for termites because there's a ton of them out here. They've got my firewood. That's okay. Y'all can stay in the firewood because that firewood, where it's going, will take care of you. So, but stuff like that. It just now there's a bunch of leaves and stuff under there. I need to underpin it. I'm thinking about raising it up a little bit. I wish I'd had it raised up when he moved it in here. He goes, "How high do you want it?" I said, just put blocks on the front." I said, level it best you can. I'll do the rest. Well, that was 3 years ago. I still hadn't got around to leveling it or raising it. So I wish I'd raised it up a little bit, because what is going to happen, this land slopes this way, and when I build my deck out, even though it's just 8 feet, the end of it's going to be in the ground. I'm going to dig it out if I don't raise it up. I need to raise it maybe 6 inches. Shouldn't be a big deal, but so I wish I'd done that. The other thing I wish I did when I moved out, right when I moved out, was bought one of those 12-volt refrigerators slash freezers. Not the unique type $1,500 ones. You can get some on Amazon, size ice chest, 48, 52, 60 quart. I wish I'd bought one of those instead of freaking hauling ice, and sometimes 20 pounds of ice a day or something, to keep my food. It would have been so much easier to do that. That is one of the biggest things I wish I'd done. I started out with that lifetime cooler, thought it, I keep ice up to 9 days. Oh, hockey. Maybe if it's 35 degrees outside, but I bought the height. This is an evening video, and I got sun right here in my face. So I wish I'd done that. What else do I wish I'd got? Do I think I'd done that? I don't know. I'm pretty pleased out here. I got to tell you, it's funny. I love being on the road. I hate going into town, but I love being out on the road traveling. But when I'm out, I'm wanting to be back here. And after a few days being back here, I still want to be here, but I also want to get back on the road. So I'm leaving Monday, taking a bus to Colorado. So from there, I'm not sure where I'm going to end up. Maybe Texas, maybe New Mexico, who knows. But anyway, chase that squirrel. I can't think of too many other things that, when I put this cabin in its place, it was, I had in my mind it would be only temporary, and I would build me a larger cabin back here, about where that land, this land drops off. But now that this is here, I don't know that I could have found a better place for it. This seems to be it works for me. This is kind of, you can see it's beginning to be my catch-all place, but it's going to be an outhouse here, and back that way, eventually be a smokehouse. But right now, this just really works well for me, and I love facing kind of northwest, something like that. Well, that's west, so yeah, northwest. I love facing that way, so it's worked out really well for me. So what, so by accident, I put this just about in the most perfect spot. So just wish I had a crusher rock pad under there. So it would have made a lot of difference. So other things I did right, I don't know. Like I said, the biggest thing was just getting out here. Just getting out here. Man, I cannot stress how important that is. Just do it. You don't need to go buy a $150 pair of tennis shoes to just do it. Now, is these things right for you? I don't know. Everybody's different. I've heard many comments over the years. Well, you can't live in no portable building. You can't live in no shed. I don't see how you do that. Every time I go in a big city, I'm sitting there in traffic and just watching people on their cell phones and flipping each other off and just sitting there barely moving. I'm thinking, oh, good grief, why do you people want to live in a city like this? I don't get it. Just to make a living, to go to your suburban house. I'm glad you do. We need you people. But, other day, I'm going to have to say it. I'm going to have to say I was going between Montgomery, Alabama, and Birmingham, and I'm like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was, it's like 90 miles there, and there was so much traffic, and I started getting in Birmingham, and it was just, burp, 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 burp. I'm like, oh, good grief, how do you people live here? Seriously, and drive this traffic every day. Oh my gosh. So I love the area though. People friendly there. I like them, but except for the people on the roads who were flipping me off and other things. There was a wreck on the. I got to tell you the story. I was going along there. Well, first there was a cop had someone pulled over up here, and everybody was getting over into the left lane. This Jeep beside me, he pulls up so I can get over. I start getting over, and I'm towing a car, right? Towing my personal car, so when I deliver the semi, I can get in my car and just go. My job's done. I go and I either come home or go to another job. So I see the car a little ways back, so I start getting over, and this car speeds up. Apparently, going to cut me off. But what I think really happened, he was going to let the semi over, but he didn't want that little car behind that semi to get over. And he is honking his horn and all that. And I'm looking in my mirror, like, as I'm getting over, I'm like, that little car goes everywhere this semi goes right now. So anyway, we get past there, we get back over. I see him come up behind that car, and he's like, he doesn't see the tow bar finally. I guess he finally realizes I'm towing that car. They get up in Birmingham, and on the southbound side, there's an accident, and they are just, it's a parking lot on the side. But as we're going up through there, we got the rubbernecker, so it's slowly moving on our side, right? And I get up there and I see this little the woman in a little sports car had looked like rear-ended like a Suburban or something. So we're barely moving. So I happen to look over and I make this lady sitting in a sports car. She's sitting with her door open with her feet out looking across this way. Well, as I was looking over, she's a couple lanes over across the barricade. I just happen to look over. Our eyes meet, and she goes, only she doesn't give me the fist, She tells me I'm number one. I just started laughing. I'm like, lady, ain't my fault you rear-ended somebody. So anyway, but I don't know what else I could have said I done right. Moving out here, like I said, is the biggest thing. Um, I'm glad I got my driveway in. It's still not finished. I plan on bringing in more field dirt, building those railroad ties up, and making me a retainer wall out of those, and building that area up and putting the shop back there. I think nothing else right now. Just like a not a pole barn basically. It'd be a garage, parking area, maybe place to work on stuff out of the weather, but. So I need more of that. Need more crushed rock. Probably haul shell in or something because there's so much of it. Whatever's cheap to fill, and then put the crushed rock on top. I do plan on buying some more lots around me. Eventually, I'd like to buy everything around me. It's a goal. I don't know if it'll ever happen. Um, 2 lots that way, a couple lots that way. I'd love to buy this house and those lots. That would, in this lot directly in front of me, that would be just like in these lots over here. See what I mean? So anyway, if I could give you one piece of advice, and you don't it's just get out there and do it. Someone said, "Oh, I'm so afraid I'll make mistakes." You're going to make mistakes. I've made mistakes out here. I, you know, um, huge mistakes. You're going to. That's the way we learn as humans, though, is to make mistakes. And so I've made some more than once, people. I've made some more than once. I was trying to think the other day what my biggest mistakes out here were. Um, Stuff that the lifetime cooler. I thought if I can get 20 pounds of ice the last 9 days, that's great. I think it was 3 days. It's all, and it was mostly water then, and then it leaked all over the place. Oh, good grief. Um, things I did right was get that buy that generator, little 2000 generator. I had plans to really put in a big old solar system and all this. Don't need it. I'm glad I didn't go the route I first thought. At least right now, I don't need it. Spider. I think it was a spider hanging down or coming down. So yeah, I'm glad because a little basic low solar system is all you need. Someone just told me today, I bet you're glad you don't have to pay utilities no more. I said, you darn right. The only thing I got to buy is gas for my generator, and soon I won't have to even do that. I'd buy gas for my chainsaw, but that's a totally different story. So yeah, people, I just don't know. I can't tell you. Um, like I said, the mistakes I made. Should have got that 12-volt cooler / freezer. You can find them. Alpicool is a brand I've been looking at. ALPICOOL. You can find them on Amazon, and I think they're $200-300. It depends on the size that you get. You know, obviously the bigger you get, the more it's going to cost. But a regular 48 quart one, something probably $250-300. And it will save you from having to buy gas, the ice, not gas. Water, yeah, I'm not crazy about hauling water. I don't have to do it that much. I am going to have a rain catchment system sooner or later, but right now I'm content. I just don't know what else I would have done differently if I could go back and do it over again. Uh, Pad around here for the place. Probably would have built this myself and saved me some money, but there again, that would have took more time. And at the time I did this, I didn't have much time. That's why I went with a pre-made building. People always on that one video, 5 reasons I wouldn't buy another Derksen portable building. People go, oh, well, you could have built one for that. Well, did you watch the video? I explained it all in video, folks. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Man, I've had a great time these last 3 years, and I can't wait to see what the next 3 years brings out here. I think it will be. I think it'll be pretty great, and I'm still kicking around the idea of maybe buying me some land up either really preferably upstate Maine. Yeah, I know it's like what 2,500 miles away, 3,000 miles. But you know, I'm still like that, or maybe even the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but someplace up north. I love the Northwoods. I've watched for years. What is it, Dave Whipple, Bush Radical? If y'all, you got another text. I love watching Dave Whipple, Bush Radical. If y'all don't follow him, you need to. So he had some good off-grid stuff. I think he actually lives on grid, but he builds some nice off-grid cabins and stuff. It don't have to be elaborate. This is one room. Someone said, I don't see how you can live in such a small. People live in travel trailers smaller than this. Families, and if they can do it, then one person or 2 people can live in something like this. You just gotta want to do it. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I ain't gonna say I got everything right out here because I didn't, not by far. But that's the way we learn. You just gotta go and do it. Make your mistakes, get over them, continue on, and it's springtime. Let me grab y'all for just a second. Okay, it's springtime, and you can see it getting green down there along that branch. One of my favorite scenes is this. Well, where did daffodils go? Deer probably ate them. Well, there was some daffodils down there. They're coming up. The May apples are coming up. I've seen some of them already trying to poke their little heads up. So, yeah, I just love this view. Sit there on my porch, drink coffee. It got to almost 80 today, but now it's cooled off just a little bit. Got a little cool south breeze. I should be crappie fishing. Love it. So anyway, hey, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Donald, 1 Acre Homesteader, I'm out of here.